speaking of Abraham, and Jerry and Esther were part of what I would call spiritual awakening that I had. And most recently, I've actually gone through what I call a political awakening as well. Everything that I used to believe about government and politics and public policy and the way that our country is run has been challenged.
Here's what we believe about it. Would you like to know what we believe about it?
Sure.
We believe that there are thousands upon thousands of well-meaning people in place that are making the world a better place by their existence in government. We believe that the organizational skills of so many people that are doing their best have put all of you in a place of receiving so much benefit from organization and order that would not be there if they were not in place. We believe that they're doing the best that they have the ability to do from where they are, and that at a maximum they are helping, and at a minimum they are contributing to the contrast that is helping you get clear about what you want. We believe that they are the perpetuators of a government that was always an idea, and that there has never yet been a government in place that is actually demonstrating fully all the dreams that were in place with the founding fathers. But we believe that it is much closer now than it has ever been. We believe that your government is not eroding, it is improving, you see.
I trust that you are correct.
And we believe that government, like everything, has pockets of things that you could use as your excuse to wobble.
Yeah.
That you could use as your excuse to not align with who you really are and what you know, so that you can hold yourself in chronic alignment with the problem instead of aligning with the solution.
Okay. Yeah. How do you align with the solution when government is so powerful? It's
by understanding that government isn't powerful. By understanding that government is a collective consciousness, but one who is connected to the stream is more powerful than millions who are not. By casting your vibrational vote, by observing what's going on in the world or in your nation and launching your rockets of desire and becoming true to them, not true to what's going on. By giving your attention to what you want, not to the absence of what you want. By being part of the solution instead of part of the vibration that law of attraction is responding to the problem.
I guess I feel like when it's with myself and the choices that I make, I can control that. I just feel like I can't, by my vibration, at least it feels presently, that there's very little, if anything, that I could do to change or positively impact the policies and war that the government is sending our country on behalf of us and things like that I'm against or not. Yeah.
Well, that would be wrong.
Okay.
We understand why you feel that way. Let us give you something, because Esther's been dabbling around in some of this too, and feeling some of the discord of some of the things that she can feel moving into place too. And she discovered a process for herself that has given her a sense of empowerment and invincibility beyond anything that she's ever felt before. And incidentally, it came on the heels of the very thing that you're talking about. So it was the reason that she got lined up with all of this. So she drew on her notebook something that looked like a big cone, like a big megaphone. Big opening on one end and a little point down here at the other end. And she drew a little stick figure that represented her at the end, at the point of this megaphone. And then she thought about all the things that have been before that are now benefiting her. She started out with appreciation about Jerry and all the things that he thought, all the things that he knew, all the things that he taught her, all the things that he put in place, all the things that are in place in her personal world, the properties, the beach house, the vehicles, the passion for Abraham. In other words, she just started making lists of those things, and she drew them on little streamers in her vortex, all pointed at her. And then she thought about her own parents and their parents and all that had come before. And it felt like everything that has been was all there to benefit her in her now. She thought about the founders of the nation. She thought about the armies that had fought. She thought about everything that had gone before, and she thought about how it all benefits her now. She thought about the electricity and about all of the people that figured out how to do that, and about all those linemen that strung the lines, and about all those people that dug the trenches. She thought about all of those that now make it easy for her to just flip a switch and have electricity. She thought about whoever it was that figured out the internet, whoever it was that figured out the microchip, whoever it was that figured out all of that just for her. All of that just for her. Everything that everyone has been thinking and doing, all of it just to make this moment in time where I stand in this place of freedom, where I can do what I want, where I can say what I want, where I can be what I want, when I can do as I please. In other words, all of that. And as she focused, she sat for hours one day and just wrote of all of the things that are all leading to all of that. And about an hour into it, she began including pieces of government too. Because all of that is part of that too. Whether you believe that they are right or wrong in their decisions, all of that has all led to where you are now. And where you are now, don't you feel more invincible right now? Esther does. Don't you feel more sure of who you are? Don't you feel tuned in, tapped in? Esther managed to come into alignment with how we feel about all of that, you see. Imagine 2 hours into focusing upon the world and finding herself no wobble, pure positive energy, high-flying disc. That's what's more powerful than millions who are not. Those people in government, bless their hearts, they're so close to it. They get all bound up in the quagmire. Their feet stuck in the mud. They get so partisan, they can't even think clear thoughts. Things come out of their mouths that they don't even mean. They find themselves contradicting each other just because they're standing on the other side of the aisle. They're giving up reason and rationale just to be partisan.
Yeah.
So what? That's not where the power is. The power is all of this. The power is right here where you stand, you see. They can't buck your current. Everyone could get all mixed up all at once, and there could not be enough negative discord to stop this earth from spinning in its orbit. The well-being has been pointed toward you and all that you are living so profoundly for so long, it can't go wrong. The worst thing that can happen is that any of you can find something to fuss and worry about and use it as your excuse to get outside of this alignment that is all for you, you see. How did anybody ever find any solution? How did they ever figure out electricity anyway? How did they ever figure out the combustion engine anyway? Do you really want to condemn the fuel that you're burning in the engine, or do you want to praise the engine for a while you find a fuel that's even better? You see what we're getting at? It only takes a few. It only takes a few on the leading edge of positive expectation. And you know what? There's way more than a few. Well-being is certain. You just get to decide how much of the well-being flows through you toward the things that are important to you, or how much of it you pinch off for some reason that is flawed.
Okay.